Hello, my name is Braden Clark and I'm a junior acting major here at ACU Theater, and I am the student dramaturg for ACU Theater's production of The Dream of the Burning Boy. Now, The Dream of the Burning Boy is a story of a student who passes away unexpectedly, and people like his girlfriend and his best friend and his sister and especially his English teacher have to deal with the loss and the grief that they feel afterwards. Now you may be asking, what is a dramaturg, or what does a dramaturg do? Well, as dramaturg, I supply the cast and now the audience with some research about the show and what it has to offer, so that our choices that we make within the show make sense and are justified. Now typically with older shows, I would dig into the specifics about that time period to make sure everything we do is precise and correct. However, with more contemporary shows, since we know what society is like and the choices that we make, I'm digging more into the psychological aspects of the show and the literary references that are within it. As for the literary references, Dream of the Burning Boy often alludes to Hamlet and Dante's Inferno and the 9 Rings of Hell and the relationship between father and son and what that is like. As for psychological theories, we've really been digging into Freudian theories and different theories of choice and the consequence of our choices, as if our choices float in the air until they impact another person, making them make another choice themselves, that our choices have this real, tangible impact upon other people. So, considering all of those things, we will now look into interviews with the lighting designer, Elliot Mitchell, and the set designer, Jordan Garcia, and the costume designer, Sandy Freeman, to give you a kind of behind-the-scenes look into how they've incorporated this research into their designs for this show, The Dream of the Burning Boy.
Hello, my name's Elliot Mitchell. I'm a junior technical theater major. I'm from Sunnyvale, California, and I am the lighting designer for Dream of the Burning Boy. So the process for this show was probably a little different than most shows would happen. This is my first lighting design ever. I took lighting design the class with Gary last year, and after my scene he said you should design a show, so I'm here now, and Eric Pitney is mentoring me. He's kind of walking me through the steps of how to do this and showing me kind of some tricks and stuff about how to do some things, but it's been pretty quick. I think I'm excited just to have them be exposed to theater, and a lot of people haven't really gotten to see live theater, or I think it's a very different way of looking at stuff. We're used to movies and books and graphic novels and stuff, but it's just a different way of telling a story that I think might connect with people a little better.
My name is Jordan Garcia. I'm a junior technical and design major, and I was the scenic designer for Burning Boy. Scenic design has been more challenging than I originally thought. It's been a lot of fun, and it's been really interesting to work with a director. There have been some very big changes. I went from everything being on the floor and having very literal, this is, a classroom, and this is an office, and this is a library, and it's morphed into these really cool circle platforms that bring a sense of realism as well as this sense of a crumbling reality and something that gets taken out of just the normal everyday life and coming into this new world that is something most people have never experienced before. The biggest inspiration for this set was Dante's Inferno. The large chunk of my research was illustrations from the original book, as well as an artist who did these engravings and sketches of what he thought each ring of hell would look like. And that was really interesting to look at and to think about when I started designing the circles of the platforms, as well as the flooring, which is actually a copy of the original Dante's Inferno map and his map to the Rings of Hell. And so that has been interesting and something that I'd never really looked into before. So it was a very large part of my design.
The costume designer for The Dream of the Burning Boy is faculty member Sandy Freeman. She told me of a couple things she wanted to be mentioned in this video. The first is that this story takes place in the fall somewhere in the Midwest, not unlike what we are experiencing right now in Abilene, Texas. So these characters wear a number of layers on stage, and that impacts how they move about the stage. The second is the age appropriateness of these characters. These characters vary through a wide number of ages. The English teacher, Larry, is somewhere in his 50s or high 40s, and he wears suits and looks very professional as an English teacher, while some of these teenagers are in very young outfits. Even though we are college students, we must make them look younger, like juniors in high school. And the last, Sandy wanted to stress the colors and the textures that these clothes have on the stage. Some are thick, some have different silly patterns on them, but they have to mesh with Jordan's set and Elliot's lights, and through that collaboration, they have come with this total design.
Thank you for joining us for a behind-the-scenes look at the Dream of the Burning Boy. Now, before you come to the show this week, I must run over a couple of things. First, make sure your cell phone is turned off for the duration of the performance. I have performed on the stage before, and seeing some lights pop up on an audience member's face is a little distracting, so keep your phones away. Second thing, please no talking during the performance. It is also distracting as well. And third, please do not take any pictures or video recording throughout the performance. It is actually illegal and it's a copyright infringement. And lastly, it is good to be responsive. We love for you guys to come here and be a responsive audience, but also we'd love for you to be respectful. So make sure you take care of that carefully. I can't wait to see you all next week at the Talkback, and I hope your Cornerstone classes in your freshman year are going wonderfully. Thank you.